Alright, so we're back here with the XR6TXI Build. Today we're going to be building the box that we designed up previously. First step is to go and get some 18mm MDF, a few sheets of that because we're going to need quite a few. So we'll get in the ute and we'll head out and go get some MDF so we can get this thing started.
Designed to impress.
So the pieces have all been cut on the CNC router there. I've then brought them over to the round table here to clean up all the edges, get rid of any burrs, get rid of the little tabs and things like that that happen in the CNC process. So then gave them a quick sand to get rid of any final burrs. Then I've gone ahead and installed a round over bit into the router, and I've rounded over all the edges that need smoothing to help with turbulence and port noise and things like that. So I've done all them, and then I put in a chamfer bit, and we've done the front panel with the chamfer. So all of the main pieces have been cut and prepped. So now it's time to start building the box. So we've started the box. We're now up to the part where we got to make these front panels here that house the actual sub. And so we're up to forming this kerf. Now, if you don't know what a kerf is, it's this magical wizardry that allows you to basically create a bend in wood. So you can end up with, you know, radiuses and or certain like shapes and things like that that are round. And what it is you start off with your piece of wood, you put a slit in it, so you end up with a slit like this and leave a very fine bit of material. And then when you apply pressure, you can basically close this gap and create a bend. Now, if you do this in multiple sections, you can actually create a smooth looking bend, or to some extent decently smooth. So with a series of cuts, you can actually create a full radius. Now, what I've done is I've made this calculator years and years ago of how I make my kerfs, and I use 12 cuts. That's what I seem to work out works out to be best. So all I need to do is put in the radius we want here, this radius, where we want the kerf to start, from which direction. So from here, this distance here, and then and the angle, of course, and it will then calculate each measurement of where I need to put a slit. So every point that I need to put one of these cuts along the piece of wood to allow me to create that radius in the exactly right spot. So I'll put in my parameters there, and then we'll be able to take it over to the table saw and get that cut out ready to make these curved panels. Alright, so the box is basically done now. We've gone ahead and glued and brad nailed everything to hold it in place. Gone and put in all the bracing and all of the roundovers and corners and 45-degree corners and things like that. Double baffled the front for extra strength. Also completed one layer of paint. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet in terms of finishing the entry into the vehicle, so for now I'll just paint it black so I can do anything down the track. But yeah, so let this dry overnight, and I'll come back and put the top on, get it installed in the vehicle, and then start working out wiring and all the other things that we need to do. So yeah, that'll do it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.